Hey there, Alana here from teachtraffic.com, and in today's video I'm going to show you just how easy it is to install Google Analytics code to your website using Google Tag Manager. Normally, or how people have previously installed analytics code is by grabbing the code and putting it into the hard coding into the back end of your website. But for many people, it's a bit tricky because they don't really know how to navigate all the HTML code and where exactly to put it. So Google has solved this problem with their Tag Manager software, which is really handy to upload code to your website. So I'm going to show you how to get your analytics code and use Tag Manager to publish your analytics code to your website, so you don't need to fiddle around with all that back-end code. Okay, so if you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up icon, maybe even leave me a comment and subscribe to this channel because we've got lots of cool stuff coming your way. All right, so in this video, as I said, I'm going to assume that you have already created your Google Analytics account. So you're going to need to have created that. And I'm also going to assume that you have already created your Tag Manager account. So you need those two things in order to do what I'm going to show you how to do. If you don't know how to do those first two things, I'll put a link in the description for how you're going to do that. Okay, so let's first go to our analytics account. And we're going to get our code, our analytics code. So here I am in my analytics account. I've gone to the bottom left-hand section, which is the admin section, and you can see there's three panels: account, property, and view. So we're going to get the code from our property view, and we go to tracking info and tracking code. And this is going to give us obviously our global site tag, but we're not going to need that. All we're going to need is this UA tracking ID number, which we're going to input directly into Tag Manager, okay? Because it's Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics are obviously both Google products, so the good news is they talk really nicely to each other. So then we're going to go to Tag Manager, and this is obviously the overview of our Tag Manager account, and we're going to go to Tags. And as you can see here, we don't have an analytics tag, so we're going to create a new tag. I'm going to give it a name, so I'm going to call it Google Analytics, quite cryptically, not. And we're going to tag configuration, and these are all the default tags that you can upload quite easily. And we're going to get our Google Analytics tag here. We're going to be wanting to track a page view. These are all the different types of things you can track, but we want a page view. And here is where we're going to need to assign our variable. So if I click on this, I've kind of created new variables before, but to show you the process, we go new variable. This is going to bring up this Google Analytics setting. That's fine. And here is where we put in our tracking ID number that we got from our analytics account earlier in this video. And then you're going to give it a name. So I call it, GA, UA code, whatever. I'm not going to save this because I've already done it, but that's all I did. So let's just get out of that, and we're going to grab this GA UA code, okay, which is where I did exactly the same thing. And then lastly, we need to tell Tag Manager when to fire this code, so the trigger. So we're going to click on this, and there is a default trigger for all pages. So that's what we want, right? We want our analytics code to be fired on every single page of our website with no exceptions. So we're not going to add any exceptions. Cool. Then we click save, and that will save it. And our analytics code is not yet uploaded, so we haven't actually published our code yet. So it's kind of good practice to go into preview mode first, so that it's like a debug mode. So if we click on preview, this is going to load our tag assistant, where it's going to ask us to connect to our website. So I put in my website URL here, and I click connect, and it's going to be connecting here, and it says Hermit, yep, Crab. We're in debug mode, so that's cool. That's connected, and if we go, so that's cool, continue, and we can see here in debug mode that our analytics code has been fired, which is awesome. And we can do also an extra sanity check and go to analytics, get out of this, and we can go to our real-time report, and it should, and it's also picking me up here as well, which is great. So that means that it's connected, we've installed it correctly, we've set the configurations correctly, and now we can submit and publish. Continue. And now this is publishing our analytics code to our website, which is great. So cool. So now we've got 2 tags which are being fired on our website, which is great. And I can close this. And then, yeah, that's just how easy it is. So if you like this video, as I said, hit the thumbs up icon, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for future videos. Cheers.